Hi there, Kira here with our very first Scraplift Saturday. So me and Mary had discussed maybe coming up with a new series for our channel, and we thought it would be fun to do a once a month Scraplift. So every month we will pick a layout to Scraplift. I picked this month, Mary will pick next month, and we will each create a layout based on the Scraplifted layout. So this month I picked to Scraplift this layout by Heather Shanks. She is Crafts by Heathers on Instagram. I will link her Instagram below so you can check her out. She does amazing work, and she's on the Paper Issues design team. And I can't say enough good things about her. I think that she makes amazing layouts, and I asked her if we could scraplift this one, and she said she would be honored. So here we are, scraplifting our very first layout. So she used a lot of the Hey Mister collection from My Mind's Eye, which is a pretty masculine collection. And this is actually, I think she used the swag bag from Paper Issues to make hers. And I decided to go completely opposite and use the Cute Girl collection. So I'm scrapping this picture of me and my son Jonathan, and we're just playing with the Instagram filters. So we're both dogs in this photo, but he gets a really big kick out of these filters, and so he's always giggling when we're playing with them. So it's kind of nice to get a good picture of him where he's got a big smile on his face. So I was able to capture this photo of both of us, which I don't have a whole lot of pictures of both of us because he's really hard to get pictures of. So I thought it was really cute, and I decided to scrap this one. So like I said, I'm using mostly the Cute Girl collection. All I have from this collection is a 6x6 paper pad. So I decided to make my tags out of that paper pad. And I just kind of went for a general tag shape. And I cut them into 3x5 rectangles. And then I cut off the corners of the top two. And then I just copied cut, what do I want to say? Like I used the first one as a template for all the rest of them. At first I only made 7 tags. Heather has 9 tags in her layout, and I ended up adding one more. So mine has 8, hers has 9. So all I'm doing is I'm making these little reinforcers from this scrap paper, and all you do is take a 5/8 inch punch out a circle, glue it on, and then you can punch in the middle of that tag, or that circle, to make a tag, I guess. So that's all I'm doing here. And then she had also outlined around the tag with like a black pen. So I go ahead and outline around it as well. And the one thing that with the Cute Girl collection that is kind of nice, it's got that black in it. So when I outlined around it, it didn't seem odd, I guess. It kind of looked like it went with that collection. So that's all I'm doing here, is just outlining around the tag. I kind of experimented with outlining the circle part of the tag, like the reinforcer part of the tag. And so I kind of scribbled on top of the reinforcer on the first one, and I did not like how that turned out. So the next tag I went around the reinforcer, and I thought it looked a lot better. So I'll go back and fix the first tag and take that reinforcer off and just make a new reinforcer and then just circle around it to kind of fix it and make it look like the rest of them. But you can see that I'm not trying to be perfect or exact. I'm just kind of scribbling lines on top of the tags. I'm not using a ruler or anything. And then I also went through all of the tags and kind of roughed up the edges. I'm doing that a lot on my layouts lately, and I'm wondering if a distressing tool would be a good investment. Let me know in the comments below if you think that a distressing tool is something I need to have in my stash. Not that I need to add any more things to my stash, but I tend to just use my fingernail all the time. And I think it might be nice to have a distressing tool. We'll see. So yeah, there's all my tags. They are done. And on Heather's layout, she had probably like a 1/2 inch border of like pattern paper behind her white paper. And I went a little bit bigger. I did about 1.5 inches around. And I think because lately I've been doing a lot of pattern backgrounds, and all of that white seemed a little like too much white to me. So I just made my border a little bit bigger around, and then in hers, she also kind of roughed up the edges on her paper. So I'm doing that here, and I really tried to stick to her layout as much as possible, just because that's kind of the point of scrap lifting, right? Is to kind of make it like how they made it. But I did, kind of take some creative liberties in some aspect, because I'm not using the same paper, I'm not using the same embellishments, so I had to get creative with what I used for my layout. So I went ahead and backed my photo on this black paper. It's like black with little white triangles all over it. And I wanted to bring in more black just because my shirt's black, our noses are black, and I only have that one black and white tag, so I just wanted to bring in a little bit more black to the layout. So I thought I would back it with some black to make it kind of pop against all of those colors. So around this point, I'm like, I probably need another tag because it's just not filling out the page like I thought it would. So I'm kind of just messing around with placement and seeing where I want everything. I'm trying to see if maybe I can make the 7 tags work, but I just am not liking the way that's looking. So I went ahead and just made another tag to add to the mix. So see, I pointed out where I felt like there needed to be another one there. So I just pulled out this really cute house paper, and I thought that would work out perfectly for another tag there. So there we go with my other tag. And now I think I'm going to maybe start embellishing. I think I keep looking. I've got Heather's layout pulled up on my computer, so I keep going around the corner and looking at my computer screen to see what her layout looks like and see if I'm kind of going in the right direction with it. So I decided to use some foam to back my photo, just to give that a little bit of dimension. I have these thickers that I got in my Citrus Twist kit this month, and they're from the new Paige Evans collection, and I thought the colors worked really well with the colors from the Cute Girl collection. So I pulled out a couple of the little like tags, and then I decided to use these thickers that say "Love Your Laugh," since he is laughing in the photo. I mean, he just thinks that these filters are the greatest things ever. If he's ever being like grumpy or sassy, I usually just turn on my phone and to the filters, and we just become animals. And it seems to work. So I decided to use some of the cut aparts from the Cute Girl paper pad. So there's one that says like happy girl, and another one about being the happiest girl in the world or something like that. And I thought it worked since I am in the photo in this one. If it was just about my son, I wouldn't be putting happy girl on there. And then this one says best friends. And in Heather's original layout, she had like a little piece of ephemera clipped to the photo. And so I decided to go through my stash, and I have a ton of these like binder clip things. I don't know if that's what they're called, paper clips. They're not paper clips. Anyways, I have a lot of these in my stash, and I never use them on layouts, and I really should, because I really liked the look that it added to it. And I tried a couple different ones, but I decided to settle on this kind of minty aqua color because I thought it went well with the other colors, and I went ahead and clipped that on there. That little rosette is from the Heart Day collection. I just clipped off the banner part of it, and then those little bows are from a Project Life thicker sticker set. Chipboard sticker set. And then there's another little piece of chipboard that's from the Maggie Holmes Chasing Dreams thicker set, I believe. I decided to add some staples to staple that little piece of cut apart onto that tag. And now I'm going to go ahead and just adhere everything down, but I'm not going to make you watch all of that. So it'll go ahead and just kind of fast forward, and then everything will be adhered down. So in Heather's original layout, she had like punched butterflies kind of around her layout. And I don't have a butterfly punch that's really like a smaller punch, but I do have hearts, and so I thought hearts would work. So I just punched out a few tiny little black ones, and then one white one that's a little bit bigger. I tried to like make a little sketchy border around some of them, but I didn't really like the way that looked, so I just went with the ones that you see there. And I went ahead and I added another layer of foam on the back of my photo just because that clip made it a little bit awkward, I guess. And then I went ahead and kind of roughed up the edges of my tags a little bit. I put a little piece of foam behind one of the tags just to give that a little bit of dimension. And I think that will pretty much finish off this layout. I do have some close-ups at the end. I want to say thank you to Heather for letting us scrap lift her beautiful layout. And I hope you guys check out her Instagram, which again, I'll link below. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And you guys have a great day. Bye.